So, this is the Gulf of Guinea, located in the eastern tropical Atlantic Ocean off the western coast of Africa, with a size of 2.3 million square kilometers with 6,000 kilometers of coastline. It is rich in offshore oil deposits and metal ores. For generations, traditional fishing communities along the West African coast have relied on this ocean's generosity to sustain their livelihoods. These communities, stretching from Côte d'Ivoire all the way to Nigeria along the Gulf of Guinea, have thrived by catching small pelagic fish like sardines. But over the past 3 decades, their fish catches have declined dramatically, making life difficult for people living in these areas. So the question is, what are the causes of this drastic decline in fish in West Africa?
Ghana's fish stock are under severe pressure. Its pelagic fishery, sardinella, anchovy and mackerel that are almost near extinction. Annual landings have declined to around 20,000 tons from over 80,000 tons in the 1990s, even though fishing effort has increased.
In Ghana, for example, total landings of small pelagic fish fell by a staggering 59% between the year 1993 and 2019. The once abundant Sardinella aurata, a favored species, saw its catch drop from 119,000 tons in 1992 to just 11,834 tons in 2019. Côte d'Ivoire have also experienced a similar decline, with its fish dropping to nearly 40% between 2003 and 2020. The decline in fish catches have severe implications for some of the poorest families in the region. In Ghana alone, there are over 200,000 active fishers and more than 2 million people, including thousands of women who process and sell fish, depend on this industry and are now living at or below the international poverty line. These communities are now facing further income losses and deeper poverty. The current fishing crisis in the Gulf of Guinea is a complex situation with multiple and reinforcing origins. Climate change, illegal fishing by Chinese trawlers, and overfishing by local canoes. These factors together are putting immense pressure on fish stocks and threatening the livelihood of traditional fishing communities. Let's start with climate change. Climate change is a significant factor. Since the 1960s, Ghana has been getting warmer, with temperature going up to about 1 degree Celsius. For this reason, the country is experiencing more hot these days, with temperature over 35% degrees Celsius, and the ocean is also getting warmer. This warming of the ocean is perhaps the least appreciated threat. While we feel the effect of warming on land, about 90% of the extra heat trapped by greenhouse gases is absorbed by the ocean. This is not only contributing to sea level rise, but also reduces oxygen level in the water, which is threatening marine life. Fish are cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature depends on their environment. When ocean water warms, fish migrate to cooler areas. This migration has significantly impacted fish stock in the Gulf of Guinea, contributing to the decline in catches in the region. Bioclimate models predict that continued ocean warming could reduce the maximum catches potential for Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, and Nigeria by up to 50% by mid-century. Even with well-managed fishery, the Gulf of Guinea's current system could see a 30% or more reduction in catches potential by 2050 because of climate change alone. Another important issue is the presence of Chinese trawlers. Despite laws preventing foreign trawlers from fishing within national exclusive economic zones, Chinese companies circumvent these regulations by using local companies as fronts. These trawlers often use illegal nets to catch undersized fish, and these activities is depleting fish stocks even further.
Is to ask and answer the question, how does it take to build a domestic industrial sector? What will the country need in order to support a thriving domestic industrial sector? so that the current arrangement that we have, where generally the beneficial interest or outcome benefit external people, we will change that particular paradigm.
Au moins, nos centaines comme ça ici à ce centre, qui s'intéressent à la pêche. Effectivement, la pêche artisanale que nous pratiquons, nous n'avons pas les matériels industriels, mais nous nous débrouillons avec ce que nous avons sous la main. Nous partons en mer souvent avec les rames et souvent aussi on va avec, pour celui qui a un peu moins, peut s'acheter un moteur pour aller en mer. Quand nous arrivons comme ça, d'autres frères viennent nous aider à faire sortir la pirogue de l'eau. Puisqu'on n'a pas un quai pour pouvoir coster. Chacun aide son ami. Moi, tu m'as aidé. Quand pour toi viens aussi, je t'aide à faire sortir la pirogue. C'est comme ça. Sinon, nous allons jusqu'à 25 km de la côte, à 30 km de la côte. Souvent même nous croisons des bateaux qui viennent d'autres nationalités et ils font des grandes pêches, ils puisent même la mer, les poissons du pays même. Il y a les parties même où ils ne doivent pas passer, mais ils draguent même. Ils viennent, ils draguent. Où les poissons se reproduisent, ils viennent, ils draguent. Avant, on en gagnait plus. Et maintenant, c'est difficile, mais nous faisons avec ça.
While falling trawlers are a significant problem, the overfishing by local canoes cannot be ignored. There are now 7 times as many canoes engaged in ocean fishing as there were in 1950. Today's canoes are equipped with larger nets, bigger crews, and powerful onboard engines, intensifying the pressure on fish stocks. This increase in fishing activities is driven by population growth and migration towards the coast. Cities like Accra and Abidjan have seen population increases by up to 30-folds since 1960. More people on the coast means higher demands for fish and more labor available for fishing, processing, and selling. So, to sustain their livelihood, fishing communities will need to find alternative source of income. Education is also crucial, but with 40% coastal fishermen in Ghana and Nigeria having no formal education, the transition won't be easy. Conditional cash transfer could help. Programs like Ghana's Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, which provides cash and health insurance to the poor, could be expanded to support fishing families and encourage school attendance. The future of these communities depends on a multifaceted approach. Better management of fish stocks, enforcement of fishing laws, climate adaptation strategies, and investments in education and alternative livelihoods. By addressing these challenges, we can help ensure that the traditional fishing communities of West Africa continues to thrive for generations to come. This is AS1 News, bringing you the stories that matters, from business news to stories from the heart of our local communities. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Mackerel.